Hi, I'm Tad the Diet Coach, and I'm here for another Q&A session. I had somebody write in and ask me about fats. How much fat should be in a diet if I put those kinds of things in diets? Of course, I do. We need good fats in our diets. As a matter of fact, basically you can look at fats like this. There's monounsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, and then of course there's trans fats, which we want to stay away from. Those are fats that are generally altered in some way to help preserve foods and things like that. So whenever you bite into a cookie or crackers or things, chances are there's some trans fats in there just to help it stay stable on the shelves. So we want to try to stay away from some of that stuff as much as possible. But in general, fats are good for us, and if we have too little fats in our diet, our body can go into sort of a starvation mode and start to have a hard time burning fat. It's also the richest source of energy for us. So as opposed to carbohydrates, which are 4 calories per gram, and protein, which is 4 calories per gram, fats are 9 calories per gram. The only thing that comes close to that in terms of energy density is alcohol, which is 7 calories per gram, which is a totally different kind of entity in and of itself. But essentially, I usually use like a 10-10-15 rule, which is having no more than about 5 to 10% of your overall daily calories from some of the saturated fats. Those are things like the fats found in meats, like red meat and things like that. And another 10 to maybe 10% in some of the monounsaturated, polyunsaturated fats. Those are the good fats. So that would be sort of in terms of if you were going to try to look at your caloric distribution, that would be what I would suggest, in somewhere between 10 and 15% of your daily caloric intake coming from some of the good types of fats, which is the monounsaturated fats and the polyunsaturated fats. In my opinion, in most medical professionals' opinions, it's those monounsaturated fats that you really want to try to elevate. Those are things found in canola oil, peanut oil, nuts, avocados. Those kinds of fats are good for us because they lower low density lipids, and they raise HDL. So they keep cholesterol level, your cholesterol profile really nice. At least they do when everything else is in accordance in your diet. So some of the polyunsaturated fats will do that as well to a certain degree, but if you have too much of those, and those are things found like in cottonseed oil and things like that, corn, sesame, those kinds of things will lower LDLs, but sometimes can alter your HDL levels if you have too much in your diet. But that's sort of the breakdown. I do put fats in people's diets, and I do believe that fats are critical to our health and our importance. The only other fat I didn't mention is your omegas. Those are from some of the fish oils and things like that. We absolutely, essentially need those. Those are essential to our function. So adding those into your diet from cold water fish, flax oil, flaxseed, soy, and of course, as many of my clients know, walnuts, because I put walnuts in people's diets. Those are some. So that's the sort of overall big umbrella gist of it. Hope that was helpful and hope that answered your question, my friend who sent that question in. Basically, I put in about 10 to 15%, no more than 15%, but usually around 10% fats, and try to keep that ratio on the polyunsaturated side of the camp. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. I'll put another video question up of the day tomorrow, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Be positive. This is Tad the Diet Coach. Bye bye.